Welcome to another episode of the Ballinesian Podcast, the very last one of 2025. Say goodbye. Kick it in the keister. Watch it fly. We are moving on to 2026 here at the Ballinesian Podcast and the Polytickin Network. We are, someone's talking about sports, Charger and Raider fan, going to be talking about our teams in the NFL, as well as the Week 18 games you need to watch that have the most at stake for playoff implications and indeed playoff seeding.
My team's
Speaking of
not
the
playing,
playoffs,
so you guys don't have to watch. The Raiders,
the Raiders are not in the playoffs this year.
that's what I'm playing.
Uh,
There's nothing important going on in the NFL. Yeah, so we're good.
but well, before we get to that, shout out to the Polytickin Network. Make sure you are tuned in, tapped in, and following us. Whether it's on whether you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or you're following the Polytickin Network on YouTube. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for following, subscribing, and participating this year and into a new year. Shout out to the listeners and watchers. Appreciate you guys very much for tapping in. And not only that, for giving us your thoughts, topics, takes. We love to hear it. Definitely DM us on Ballinesian to join the conversation as we're having it here on the podcast. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Polytickin Network. Also, patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast gets you access to an extra episode every week for just $5 a month. So I think we did the math. That's like 20 cents a day, 17 cents a day to get a whole nother, not only episode you can listen or indeed watch on the Patreon app, but there's also the Patreon chat where you can ask questions, you can leave comments, and we talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. That's also kind of like where we drop the exclusive content, the pictures that we're talking about there on the Patreon of some of those experiences. Aradna at KHJ, that picture's in there, a bunch of other stuff. So, and also shout out to the Patreons who are always on the chat. Drewski hit us up, tapped us, and was asking about the Chargers' chances. How we feeling about the Chargers' chances? So definitely going to be answering some of those questions. Join the Patreon. Appreciate you guys. That'd be a dope late Christmas gift for the boys. And yeah, let's get into it. Shout out to Levasa Island Apparel, www.levasaislandapparel.com.
It's getting cold out here, man.
Brother
Y'all need
Uri
hoodies.
on there in Modesto. Get those hoodies,
Yep.
sweaters, quarter zips, crew necks, the long
Telling you.
sleeves, the short sleeves, blankets. Definitely tap in onto the Instagram, Levasa, at le_Vasa, or on the website. Definitely copy your your piece of the culture and that Uri is building. Shout out to Levasa. Got the Polynesian sweat, champion, the flip.
I like it.
Shirt on right now. It's one of the favorites. The material also, bro. It's like it's hugging. It's nice. It's warm. Definitely gonna need that in these cold nights, cold world.
So funny you say it's
But
hugging.
yeah, shout out to Levasa.
It's looking a little loose on you there, man. You losing some weight, man. You looking good over there, man.
Oh, see this guy. Yeah, no, it's still very tight, but it's like that good. Like,
Hey, when he
like
said
a
tight, he
nice.
means it's like cool, like dope.
No,
That's
no,
that's what he means. It's just tight, dog.
no, it is. Yeah, a very nice soft shirt.
Very
All
breathable.
right.
Yep.
Another start of the show. Shout out to the double champion, Coach Forrest, taking the win in the heads up battles that me and him went in up against each other in our championships in our brother Will's league. Shout out to that one, and also our Pods league. Congrats to
Yeah.
you.
Well, thank you. You know,
I just
couldn't
wanted
do it
to give
without
you. I wanted to give you some time, just like let us know, like talk about it.
man. You know
Your
what?
any word championship words in your victory speech?
It's kind of hard to have any speeches because anytime winning championships like this becomes so easy, like you don't really have any. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, you know what? So in one of the leagues that me and Lance was in, I started off real hot. I went 8-0 in the beginning of the league, and then I started dropping games. I limped into the playoffs on an 8-6 record, and ended up beating the
Bleak.
yeah, ended up beating like the number one guy in the league, or was it the number two? Me and Lance, I played both the number one and two people in our league and ended up beating
Well,
them.
those guys both had the bye weeks,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah,
wild card week. So we won our wild card games.
yeah.
We
We had
beat
the
those guys who had the
tougher,
bye weeks.
and then we ended up meeting up in
In
the
the championship, yeah.
championship game. I will not lie, I was worried. Lance started off super hot. He had who scored for you?
And no, that doesn't
Was
matter.
it?
What matters is how you navigated it and got, your team. Like, what was the feeling? You were worried at first, but like, were you
Sure,
resigned?
man.
You were like,
Sure.
oh,
Look,
give it up
look.
to the bro. But
I was
man,
ready. Yeah, I was ready to be like, I was like, hey, man, hey, God, if this is what it
hey
is,
God,
he said, hey, God, if this is what it is, I'm happy,
it's
man.
me.
If it's like, hey, God, it's me again.
Duh.
remember me from last year? Remember when you helped me last year in the other?
I was gonna pray about it, but I kept imagining Jesus' face like, oh, now all of a sudden,
Oh, really? Where you been all year?
oh, so now you want to talk? So I was like, I'm gonna leave him alone, and I'm just see, that was a mistake. My bad.
Man. No, who'd you have? You had Derrick Henry, huh?
Oh, bro, in the Pods League, I had
Oh
four
no. But you
monster
had
running backs.
so you had that, but in the other in Will's league, you had somebody that popped off. And so when I went to check it after that Thursday game, I was down already, like I think 36 points or something. And I was like, oh, well, that's not a great start. I said, oh, well, there I go. And then DK Metcalf, who I had as one of my receivers, who always comes up big, like late in games, he got suspended for 2 games. So I was like, definitely not a good start because now I have to replace him with the guy. I had Marvin Harrison on my bench, who thankfully I did not start, and I started Olave instead. Because Marvin Harrison, I don't think caught a one ball that day. Um, but yeah, man, some of the guys showed up. Caleb Williams, again, I banked on Caleb Williams and Luther Burden having a big game because they always come up. Anytime Chicago plays San Francisco, Chicago has.
Oh, wow. You're like, I know I'm about to get 28. I'm
Oh
about to
man,
get
I'm
28
telling
from
you,
this rookie
I'm about to get yup. I'm
dog.
telling you, Luther Burden has been in the beginning of the year. He started off like quick, then cooled down for maybe like 3 games, and then all of a sudden, after like I think a week of an injury, came back and started lighting teams up. And that's the same time, of course, it coincides with Caleb Williams, having the best year of his career so far. So that was
Two
cool, man.
years.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And then, but I also had Lamar Jackson, who in previous seasons you could just bank on him getting at least 20 plus again.
20
But he's
plus.
been,
For real. For
yeah,
real.
so he's been hurt a lot this season. And it was also a tough decision because he would come back for games and you were like, well, if he comes back, should I start him? Because it's Lamar Jackson.
Right.
And then I think the last 3 games, I was just like, look, Caleb Williams did good for me. I'm just going to start him the rest of the season because Lamar doesn't look like himself now because he's not
For
fully
real.
recovered. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was big for me. Caleb Williams was big, and
Good run.
don't let what people tell you stir you away from having a good backup. People are like that's just a wasted spot on your bench.
That's what I
Now,
said.
yeah, see, and then because you go back to get a quarterback, and people are always like, well, you can just get a decent quarterback who's going to score 14 for you. And that's all you need. Well, no, I needed Caleb Williams to score 21, 22 points, and that's what he did. Uh, Again, Lance asked me earlier what my strategy was in our group chat, and I always go with running backs just because they can score multiple amount of ways, And if you get into the red zone, of course, it's still 20 yards you can pass, but if they're inching over to the goal line, 2 people are really going to run it in. Your running back or your quarterback, and most of the time you want to keep your quarterback protected. So running backs, he's going to have a lot of opportunities to score.
In the
Not
goal
just
line.
at the goal line, receiving, running the ball. So I love running backs. Receivers, though, they do pick up big points real quick. Like I was watching Luther Bird in that game, and it was like he started off with like 2, 3 points, 4 points, and then 14. Yeah.
And
Oh
then
shit.
3 more points, and then
Yeah, and then
five
three
more
more points.
points, and then
Yeah,
3 more points. Yeah,
yeah. So
it
they
gets really
accumulate
quick.
points a
Nice.
lot faster. Bigger points a lot faster. And
Shout
then,
out to the Bears.
oh man, shout out to the Bears. Also, be mindful of your kickers and your defense because I had multiple games this year where my kicker had like 25 points for some odd reason. you know, those count, man. I'm telling
For
you. And
sure.
those, for me, for the most part in fantasy leagues, defenses and kickers are interchangeable at any time because you can really gauge who they're playing every week, and those are the two positions on your fantasy team that you can really change out every week because you can see who they're playing and how well they do against these teams on a week to week basis. As far as quarterbacks, you don't want to change your quarterback all the time. Yeah, you can see how this quarterback is doing against this team, but if he's your starter for most of the time you're in your league, you're gonna want to keep him as your starter because he's probably better as your starter than some of the backups. But for kickers and defenses, yeah, you can play
Stay
those
on
week to
top of
week,
that.
which is what
Keep
I do.
rotating. Make sure
Yeah,
you're
just
getting
week
the
to week,
best kind of
keep
like
rotating.
potential
Check the
score.
waiver wire. The waiver wire is important
Nice.
too. We could solve this year with the injuries. We thought last year was bad with injuries, but bro, this year was crazy with injuries. So bench players really counted a lot, but also those guys like Lance was telling me one day, like if you have the chance to get the backup to your running back, that's always really good because if your running back's off injured, then you have the next guy up who's going to get all those carries
Yeah. Slot him right in. He's going to
for
get,
sure,
most of
for
that
sure.
usage.
It was a good run, man. A
Um,
lot of it was just uh, a lot of it was luck, honestly. But going 8-0 was cool. But once your starters start getting hurt,
mhm. You got to
yeah,
be able to respond to that
yeah,
and
yeah.
activate the backup plan.
Also,
Congrats.
thank you,
Congratulations on the
thank you, man.
wins. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, more deserving.
Man, see, that's even better than the win, man. When people say stuff like that,
Uh,
man.
and looking forward to next year where you defend these titles. Should we
Oh,
be challenge for them? We're going in the Ballinesian League too, which is the
yep,
keeper league. Um, Kind of cool to have like some rules discussion
for
right now.
sure,
I feel
for
like
sure.
I've usually tried to wait a little bit to have this, but I think right after the season is the best time. It'll be like, all right,
I
it's
think,
fresh in our minds. Are
yeah,
there any rules that kind of messed up the flow of things, or
it's
new
cool
rules
because everybody gets their
or
input
fun?
too.
Yeah, and
Lance,
yeah, put it in the
yeah,
group
Lance
chat
is a
so we
great
can talk about it.
commissioner. Honestly, Will's a great commissioner. Lance is a great commissioner. The communication was cool and always transparent and with the rules and everything like that. And again, after the league, Lance is always taking input in from everybody just to make sure that we all stay. If we're gonna stay in the same league, we all want it to be fun for everybody. So if everybody has
Yes,
input in it, then it's gonna be cool.
and also yeah, buying in that way.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I'm in another league, the Superflex League. Shout out to brother Luke Jones,
Hey.
for taking the championship in the Oregon Superflex League. That was dope to say.
Mhm.
Shout out to him. Yeah, he's been fighting for it for a long time, and he a lot of times he's like, Lance, this is the most important league to me. I need to win. So dope to see brother Luke fight it out.
Hell
Um,
yeah, man. Good
and get a
good
big win
job,
there
Luke.
too. The brothers are in the championship, so I'm happy. I'm happy to see it. Also, shout out to Mason
Shout
who
out to
beat
Miss
Noah in the Polynesian League. I think this is Mason's third title
Yep.
in
He won
3
it
or second title in 3 years.
second. He won it before I did. I won it last year. Mason won it the year before. Now he's winning it again. So you know
Yeah.
what that means for next year.
Oh, patterns, patterns, patterns. And shout out to you. Shout out to you, the listener, for participating in your fantasy football leagues. Hopefully
Hell
you got
yeah.
into the playoffs. Hopefully you were able to taste that championship
Hopefully it was
this
fun
year.
for
But if
you.
not, next year. Next
Amen.
year is the year. Next year is the year. Make sure you're in it. Let's get a listener league in too. So if you're listening to this
Ooh.
and you want to play low stakes fantasy football, maybe even free with us,
I'm getting it.
We're gonna have that. We're gonna start it up in the summer to kind of make sure it's not just like a last minute,
Hell yeah.
which I usually do. All right. Speaking of last minute changes,
Oh, I thought you
the
could say last place. I thought that's where you were going. Speaking
Las
of last
the,
place.
the Las Vegas Raiders have jumped the New York Giants in the lead and hold of the number one overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. This is a huge, a big moment for the franchise of the Raiders, and having this pick and the decision over the next couple months, if they do the right thing in Week 18, uh, it's going to be great, and it could turn around a franchise that
For
you say
sure.
has been like on a downward trend
Definitely.
recently.
Yeah.
The number one pick, we've talked about it. It's been traded 13 times in the last 60 years. It can flip around a franchise, whether that is nailing the number one pick in an obvious draft, like there's, some crazy generational talent, Michael Vick, who are number ones that people traded. So the Panthers traded up for Bryce
Bryce
Young,
Young.
Caleb Williams. Those are more recent ones of a number one overall pick that is quickly kind of turned the tide around for the team that traded up for them or took them. For the Raiders, you could find a generational player, a cornerstone that is going to, perform admirably and proudly for the Raiders. Or you can trade it away for a haul. Some of those trades that we were talking about, multiple first round picks, multiple second round picks, and that too, in its own way, can reset for the Raiders. Were you able to watch this game? Were you busy working the New York Giants at Allegiant Stadium? 34-10 is the final. I watched. This was one of two games on in the afternoon.
It
So
was
on Red Zone, it was this and the Buffalo game where it was hella raining. So it was just going back and forth between that game and this one, which was against two and 13 teams in the second to the last week of the season. So I'm hoping you guys can hold on to this. But so what are your feelings as a Raider fan, knowing that this game ended up the way it did, and you guys now have kind of pole position for the number one pick?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I like it. I like that we got, of course, obviously, that we don't have it outright yet, but we are ahead of the Giants and is it the Jets? I think ahead of those two teams for the first pick. We've said it multiple times, and I've told you multiple times. I would never want the team that I cheer for to go out there and lose on purpose. And then, of course, the Raiders. As I say that, conversations those past couple of weeks, the Raiders start to shut down some of their starters. So, pretty wild. They shut down Bowers. Two most important people they shut down were Brock Bowers and Maxx Crosby. So once you have that in, I mean, you can count that as tanking, but they're not out there. So what I do know is you take those two guys out, everybody else on the field, even though they're backups, they don't play much. I know those guys are going to play hard because one, they're playing for a contract. They're trying to stay in the league. They're trying to eat. That's an audition for them for another team. So I'm fine with that. At least you get maximum effort from the guys who are on the field. There were a lot of.
But speaking of maximum effort, he wanted to be on the field. He did not want to be shut down. I wonder if Brock Bowers and Jeremy Chin also kind of were like, "Oh, what do you mean?" But Max definitely had the most public kind of discussion of his shutting down because he leaves.
But he's been the most vocal on the team when it comes to things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even last year, even when he wasn't happy about maybe about switching teams, he was still one of those guys that it's also on the fence for him because he's a loyal guy to the fans, to the team. Of course, it's the team he's played for his whole career. It's a team that took a chance on him when I don't know if any other team how high he was on other boards.
Sorry, he played for the Ravens before, yeah.
No, that was Darren Waller. Maxx Crosby was the fifth round pick of the Raiders out of Michigan.
And then Darren Waller also stopped drinking. And
Right.
then him
So
and Maxx
that
Crosby
was the
both got
connection. Yeah.
sober. Okay,
Yeah.
good. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, and that's also when Maxx Crosby was like his first season. He came out of nowhere. Same season they drafted a guy at number 4 at the same position who's no longer with the team, Cleveland Furrow. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, same season with Josh Jacobs. So like they could have, I mean, those 3 picks in that season could have flipped the turnaround or started the turnaround for the Raiders at that time. So like cool to see, but then I get it, man. Max is one of those guys again he always talks about going hard all the time. He doesn't want to be labeled as a guy like, that's just giving up in the season. He wants to play. He wants to go all out. He understands that fans come out there to watch him. So I understand his frustration with it. And then the team's also going to come out and it's about injuries. Of course, Brock Bowers, everybody knows Brock Bowers hurt his knee in the season. So his
Mhm.
injury, of course, has been recorded down, but then the Raiders also said that Maxx Crosby will be having surgery this offseason. And I don't know if that's ever been put out there. That might have been like the first of what people were hearing about it. So I get that frustration. Then he comes out and he has a Instagram post uh where he's playing
Him playing
basketball at his house. Yeah,
basketball. Yeah.
moving all right. Yeah,
Hitting
so
turnaround jump shots, fadeaways. So what is that? You
so
think he's like that's a message, right? So like the Raiders are saying, it's an injury risk. We got to shut him down. And he's like, F you guys, I could have played. Does that set up any issues for the future? Like, do you think or is this gonna this will blow over? The off season is gonna start soon. We're gonna forget all about this.
I think so. But I also do think that they're gonna have to. Anytime you do something like that, you're gonna have to reassure Max Crosby. Like, I'm pretty sure he understands it's for the betterment of the franchise. But as a player, you don't want to hear that, man. It's just guys who compete, they want to play. Whether you're
Yeah.
1-10, 2-12, it doesn't matter. Those guys want to compete.
He knows the Raiders' record isn't because of him, right? It's
For
not a
sure.
reflection of him. He knows
Yes.
he's
Right.
one of the
Right.
best,
Right.
edge rusher, defenders,
Yeah.
not even just pass rush, right? Just as an overall player,
Overall
defensive
player.
lineman,
Yeah.
defender, even.
Best player on the
So
team.
he's like, I could be out there. I'm gonna have a good game. We might not win. That's not because of me,
Yeah. I'm having.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there are also questions too, like maybe he had some incentives, like if he played a certain amount of games of the season, he hits a certain amount of money. I don't know if
Oh,
that's been verified or
incentives.
not. Yeah. So that could be another thing where like maybe there were rumblings about that, and that too I get it because hey, you're gonna want your money. The team also could have been just like, look, I know you're not gonna hit it, but we're gonna pay you this money on the back end. Like, what I mean, just do this for the franchise. So there's a lot that goes into stuff like that people don't see. Uh, it's tough. I think they'll be okay in the offseason. I think they'll talk it out with Max, and I think direction of the team with the first round pick. I think it'll soften Max up a little bit if they do end up with the first pick, and maybe they can just ask him to trust him. Although they asked him to do that a couple seasons now in a row to trust them,
Uh,
they're gonna be a better franchise. So he did sign a nice, shiny, new fat contract to stay with the Raiders when a lot of teams were after him. So um, if he does part ways with the team, it's going to be a trade. Uh, and I'm sad to say, business wise, that's still a win for the Raiders if they end up trading him
yeah.
away because of the haul they can get for him.
As long as they get,
Right.
something
Yeah.
as long as you get market value and you don't do
Yeah.
like the, Micah
And
Parsons
and they
for
might not
late
do
round
it
picks
because
or late
the
first.
the edge rusher class in this year's draft is pretty deep. So I don't know how much value they'll get for him on the market at the moment because a lot of teams are just they're not gonna value him as much
Oh,
because the edge rusher class is pretty good this year coming out.
oof.
So I
I
mean,
think the right thing would be to take a young guy and have that contract and develop him into like a max player. But I feel like I'd rather have Maxx Crosby than a rookie.
No,
than
for
like
sure.
a good
That's what I'm
rookie.
saying.
Even like even the best rookie. I'll take Maxx Crosby right now over
So
him.
you stay
So
with Maxx
there's still
Crosby.
that market for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you stay with Maxx Crosby, and then you see what happens. And yeah, I think it'll be okay between Maxx Crosby and the Raiders in the offseason. I think they'll get it smoothed over.
I feel like there's a lot of flags going up.
Nah, 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 nah.
Nah. Don't worry. But also, this is like putting out bad news on a Friday for a company, right? You give it the weekend, and it's not as big a story on Monday. Um, I think with the off season coming up, and like you said, Maxx Crosby just signed a big contract. He's going to have that time. It's going to blow over, and he'll be back in
Yeah.
silver and black next year. All right, let's move across the division. The Raiders are getting the number one pick, hopefully, and can deal with Maxx Crosby. Let's go to their AFC West rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers, who got pretty beat up in a game versus the Houston Texans last week, where they ended up losing. I think it was 20-14. What a great game defensively. Oh, I mean, not for the Chargers. Not
I was gonna
for
say,
football. For football, it was pretty good. It was actually two big touchdowns for the Texans early. They had a 73-yard touchdown on like the third play of the game. The very next drive, after forcing a Chargers punt, they had a 43-yard touchdown. These were both like over the top. One guy got behind the entire defense, and there was like a safety or somebody crossing trying to help. But yeah, so quickly it was 14-0. And because of this game ending the way it did, I'm not discouraged. Is what I would have to say. Like for this game starting out 14-0, all of the pressures and sacks early on Justin Herbert. This was the first game where the Chargers started Bobby Hart at left tackle. Bobby Hart is a journeyman offensive lineman at the Chargers.
Bobby Hart?
Shut up. the Chargers signed to play right tackle for them a couple months ago, but now with all the injuries, they actually have a backup guard who is their best left tackle right now, Jamari Sawyer.
Look, I like you guys' new tight end though. He's super good.
Who's
Penny? That? Penny's really good tight end. Like love him, man.
Who?
Is that his name? Penny?
Penny? Oh, yeah. Trevor Penning.
You're
they're doing like the super offensive line. Yeah, that guy is
missing teeth.
Gonna be. You say missing teeth?
You've never seen that?
No.
He's got his teeth done, but like on one of his intros when he first came into the league, he's like, "Yeah, hi, I'm Trevor," and he's like got his whole front grid. Like,
oh wow. Actually, I did not know that. That is, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know how to analyze. Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad?
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Let us know. Do you think it's good or bad if your offensive lineman doesn't have teeth? Yeah, Trevor Penning was signed over from the Saints. He was a former first-round pick. He was supposed to, come help either play swing tackle, left tackle, right tackle, where the Chargers, have had those injuries to all pros, Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. We talked about it all the time. Two of the best players in the league, just not playing for the Chargers right now. So much so, I had to mention this. So much so, it's been so bad on the edges that frequent name mentioned on this podcast, Zion Johnson, is leading the Chargers in run and pass block efficiency. Oh, he's been messing up for 4 years.
He was a second-round pick, though. Or first round, wasn't he?
He was a first-round pick.
And he should be leading the team in those categories.
He absolutely should. But it was so I think it's not a sign of Zion Johnson's play dramatically rising to that mediocre or accepable or good. I think everyone's just playing way low. The Chargers are like 32nd, 31st, or 30th in all sorts of passing, blocking, running metrics that pertaining to their offensive line. So just another awesome thing that Justin Herbert is doing. Shout out to him. Shout out to the
I'm with you though with how you said what you see is very encouraging because I think if you look around the roster
Mm.
of the Chargers, once they're fully healthy, that's a really, really good roster up and down that roster. Um, just just got to get everybody healthy. Like you said, probably two of the best tackles in the league playing side by side. Well, on one
Crazy, yeah.
side and the
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
yeah.
Bookends, yeah.
And then if they come back, maybe it'll ease a lot of the stuff that Zion Johnson is having to do, like on his
Mhm,
own right now. And then,
mhm.
you know,
Absolute. Yeah, absolutely
yeah.
would be
Then
it.
you guys got what's his name from the Jets? Big guard from the Eagles actually. Spent a
Kai
season.
Becton.
Kai Becton could come back and play guard again, and a lot of things to do. Then you got Omarion Hampton in the backfield, who's doing great. You get back Johnson to being healthy also because he was showing out in the beginning of the season. He was looked like he was gonna have a really good breakout season. Trey Harris has been really good. Orlando Gatson at tight end looks amazing. So yeah, man, health wise, just hopefully everybody comes back next year fully healed from whatever they're dealing with now. And I do like the direction that the Chargers are in right now.
It's and each of the it feels like each of these years are just ticking off Justin Herbert's window. Like
NFL
the
lifespan.
NFL lifespan,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly, right? So he's for him, I think it also says a lot about Justin Herbert's talent and toughness that he is not only fighting through injury to keep playing, but he's fighting through pressure more often than not.
right.
Literally, more than not, there is someone rushing free. On more than half of the Chargers dropbacks, someone is activating pressure, which is making the quarterback move, I think, in like 2 seconds or less, 2.5 seconds or less. So
Yeah.
Justin Herbert does not have the time or the space to make things happen, yet he consistently keeps the Chargers in these games, does enough with very little. With, in fact, statistically the worst offensive line in the NFL. Uh,
Which is
you know,
funny because I just watched Ashton Jesse get hit in the backfield, like not even just like as he's getting to the line, but like 3 yards behind the line in the backfield a whole game. Like the highlights I saw were horrible. Like,
Genty is like snap ball defender. I
yes,
was like, whoa.
and it's not, and they even in shotgun, he's like 2 yards behind me. You're like, bro, there's no way that you guys are getting to him as he's like 3 yards behind the center. That is crazy. Which is what Justin Herbert is having to deal with too, as well, because it's again snap, and then he's literally having to hit that first option coming across the middle. That real quick pass. He hasn't had time, which is also taking away from like Quentin Johnson what he does because he's one of those big play guys down the field, and if you
Needs
don't have time,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
the play
needs
needs
time.
time to
Yeah.
develop. So yeah,
Yeah, so in this, I would say that all of the Texans points in this game were front loaded, and all the bad things that were happening, I'd say there are tons of quarterback pressure, which is regular for the season. Arondé Gatson Jr., rookie tight end who has been playing great, had the worst game of his rookie season.
hey, shout out
Uh,
Henry Toto.
Bro, hey, shout out Harry Toto. Freaking Harry Toto. Who else was there? Lecky Fotu, Tommy
Oh yeah,
Togiai
that's right.
also
Yeah,
are all on the Houston Texans now. So it was dope to see
it's
those guys
dope to
flying
see those
around
guys. Yeah, especially
and
with Lecky
being,
Fortune getting released from the Raiders. So glad he got back.
yeah, and getting to play. He was out there on the field. I think he might
Yeah,
have got a penalty. But he also got like a tackle for loss. He was involved in like
yeah,
a sack or something. It was great to see those guys and names on this Texans defense that
yeah.
is fast,
Loud.
powerful,
Yeah,
freaking mean.
yeah,
Definitely what you want to see as far as like being in good positions defensively when offense chooses where to go. Like they
yeah.
react, like not only do they react quick, but it seems like they're already there. Like if you were going to run to the left, there's 7 guys already there. And when you make the short pass, they rally quickly and they sometimes smack the hell out of you. Some of these defenses are just on another level. The Texans
Well,
is one of those defenses.
they've got 3 guys on there that played linebacker at Alabama that have
Wow.
gelled so well. with Christian Harris, Henry Toto, and Will Anderson on the end there, who's now a defensive end. So those guys, like they've been playing together. That's that's what you get when you have continuity in a team, familiarity. And those guys being able to play like that is evident that they have been playing with each other for a long time. They know how each other plays, and they feed off of each other, but they're fast, they're violent, and they are aware on the field, which is real good to see, man. Also, I got a text earlier from CJ Stroud. I wanted to let you guys know in LA, thank you for researching his career because 5 touchdowns, really? Come on, guys.
5 touchdowns? What was that?
Nah, not against you guys.
Versus the Rams?
Yeah. CJ Stroud looks like he's starting to look like the CJ Stroud we thought he would be. But it also is at the end of the season. I do hope that he brings up his career. But better than that, let's hope that the Chargers get back both their tackles because I would love to
For
see
real.
what they look like fully healthy. You know what I mean? Like they never got a chance to really play with each other throughout the season uh, because what's his name got hit by the contract curse.
Yeah, Rashawn Slater
Yeah,
signed a
Rashawn,
contract extension, like 4 years, 200
yeah,
million, and then ripped his knee.
right after. So it'd be cool, man. And Rashawn Slater playing next to possibly the next great tackle in the NFL ever, ever, ever.
Joe Alt.
Joe
Yeah.
Alt. Yeah,
Bro, Joe Alt made the Pro Bowl this year.
that's because he's cool. He comes from a really great pedigree, and guys who come from great pedigrees like he's from. Nah, he's
he
just
played 6 games out of 17, and he
that,
made the Pro Bowl.
that's
Pro
how
Bowl
good he
already.
is. He's so
No,
good,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Size wise, the way he moves, because I when he first got into college, I won't say the college because it's not about college. But when he first got into college, he was slim, a little slimmer than most tackles, but he was still able to come in and play at the end, like towards the end of the season, he had to come in and play. He's been playing since his freshman year of college, starting. So the experience he's gotten from that, I know that's gone a long way, but the development, that's what I'm saying. Again, coaches really do mean a lot because his development from, of course, high school and then all through college, and then now, yeah, he's a great tackle. He's a great tackle. So, and a very
Yeah.
gigantic
I,
human being.
that too, right? Gigantic and also
Yes,
uses it
nimble.
well.
Yeah,
So when they come back next year, I hope it's a whole different thing.
yeah,
Gearing up through this game versus the Texans, and now going and kind of using it to. I feel this is good, right? I can spin
yes,
this, of course, but I feel like this was a good thing for the Chargers' journey. Already
yeah,
locked into a playoff spot. Uh, they could have won this game versus the Texans, which would have made the upcoming game in Denver for the AFC West, something the
right.
Chargers haven't won in over 10 years, something that guarantees you a home playoff game if you're one of the divisional winners. And even if things broke the right way, could have been a bye week
A
with the
bye,
number one
yeah, bye
seed
week,
if the
exactly.
Patriots, Jacksonville would have lost. Um, but to lose this game, to get smacked, especially their defense, being the way they are, and then those early touchdowns with CJ Stroud just took the air out of the building with those long touchdowns to their rookies, Jaden Higgins and Jaden Noel. So
Yes,
to see the Chargers stay in it and not let it become one of those 35-6 games, I thought was very encouraging. Knowing that Arondé Gadsden is going to usually catch those passes, especially that one that hit him in both hands at like the 5-yard line, would have been a walk-in touchdown, ends up being a goal line interception. That's not going to happen all the time. Pro Bowl kicker Cameron Dicker. Hey,
hey.
Pro Bowl kicker Cameron
Actually,
Dicker.
I think he should be. I think he should be an All Pro kicker. I think
He
he was
should be all
probably.
pro. He's like
I
the
think he
most,
was. I think he was the best kicker this year.
yeah, he was the most consistent, reliable. You go
Yeah.
out there, you kick it, it goes in. this game versus the Texans, not only does he miss like a 30-yard field goal, the first time I think in his career he's missed a field goal under 40 yards, he also misses an extra point. The Chargers go on to lose the game by 4. That right there, you can account for those points. The most accurate kicker in NFL history isn't usually going to make those misses.
Yeah.
Get him out of the way right now.
He knew what he was doing. He wanted, you go to the wild card. It's an easier route to the NFL. I mean, barring that other teams get a bye, but he's going to play another wild card team, so it might be an easier route. I think he knew what he was doing.
No. Get those misses out right now. That's fine. Line it up. Know what it's like to fail in these very high pressure moments.
Sure.
And if you see it going the same way when the playoffs start in 2 weeks, do something to stop that, right? Use like, okay, the last time we were in this high pressure, very, high pressure moment, things started out with the Texans going this way. We got to, pivot, figure something out. So that's not going to happen this week versus Denver because the Chargers have elected to bench Justin Herbert. They're going to sit Justin Herbert.
Which means we get to see Trey Lance.
For the regular season finale, which means we're going to get to see Trey Lance, who I think will be very much improved from what people last remember Trey Lance playing football as. He's been sitting on the bench. DJ's like the practice squad, but I just saw DJ Uiagalelei. He was like on the sideline in this game versus the Texans. He's like walking up to the Chargers took a timeout and Justin Herbert was like drinking some water and something, getting ready to talk to the coaches. I saw DJ's face like pop up over his shoulder and I was like, oh shit, is he about to talk to Justin and be like, hey, I've been seeing this like corner thing that they're doing. But he kind of just like backed up and was like watching the big quarterback. And I was like, okay. Chill.
Whispered into his ear, hey man, got enough water?
Hey. Need different water? That's what I'll be doing. What's up, bro? Use it. Do the Marcus Mariota. Hey, stand up. Compose yourself, and now go use your God-given talents to go and win us this ball game. But I mean, it's the other way around for DJ.
Cool interaction between Jonas Hawaii-Naya and Cam Hayward, where after the game he walks up because he was getting bullied by Cam Hayward in that game. Rookie over there.
Steelers versus the Dolphins.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey man, what do I have to work on?" And Cam Hayward was like, hey, man, you just be confident, do what you do, you know what I mean? Keep getting better. Like, you're good out there. That's cool to see, man. Like, young guys like that go up and ask, especially knowing that Jonah played AYF football in American Samoa. Super cool to see. So, yeah, man, that's what you got to do as a young guy, man. Lean on your vets, man, even if they're on the other side of the team, or if you have to whisper to them to get some water. So,
shout out to DJ. He's growing. He's learning. He's going to be a successful professional quarterback, just as Justin Herbert. Now, although the Chargers are not, giving them the best to work with those offensive linemen that they brought in. But
but look, last year we were wondering who they were going to draft to help with receiving, but they picked up Trey Harris. Quentin Johnson stepped up. Rondo Gatz is there. So, I mean, you could draft a receiver, but now you don't have to think about drafting me in the first. You know what I mean?
You could do a later high upside, low risk one. The Chargers are pretty set. Quentin Johnson coming into his own, taking that third year leap. The game kind of slowing down. Keenan Allen probably won't be back, but you got Ladd McConkey, who showed his, having that sophomore slump right now. But I think it's just the time. There's not enough time to get the ball to Ladd McConkey.
Yeah,
is what it looks like. He was a lot better last year, and the big difference now is just the overall Chargers pass game deteriorating because there's not enough time because Justin Herbert is literally getting pressured more often than not. But next year, I'm hoping to see a jump back into all the Charger statistics, the efficiency, and then that also picking up Ladd McConkey. But you got Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, Trey Harris, Keandre Lambert-Smith, who they also is a rookie with Trey Harris this year, Oronde Gadsden, who is a rookie this year. Some of these blocking tight ends, that's all you need. Maybe a vet, like a free agent vet. So they're going to be set there. They can use those resources to protect the quarterback, which is what this bye week also is going to be about. It's a good thing that they're resting Herbert. His hand, he just had surgery on his left hand less than a month ago. He's been playing on it. He's been sacked 54 times this year, which is pretty
A
much the
lot.
most in the
It's a lot.
league. That's more than 3 a game, and that's not even including all the quarterback hits and times he's hurried and taken to the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, so even more than that, he's getting hit and rocked. So taking those hits away, and the possibility of injury away. So it's very good that Trey Lance is going to be out there versus the Denver Broncos. If the Chargers lose, they're probably going to be the 7th seed and go to face the New England Patriots, who have had a pretty easy schedule, is the knock on them. So Chargers could win there. And then if they're the 7th seed, they'll go back to Denver. So I'm hoping that's the path. I wouldn't mind facing the Jaguars or the Steelers or Ravens, which is still up in the air, by the way. Let's go ahead and transfer to that. The Week 18 games that matter the most. Off the top, both of these teams are clinched. The Seahawks and the 49ers. But the Seahawks travel to San Francisco to play the Week 18 game that will not only decide the champion of the NFC West, but the winner of the number 1 seed in that conference. So loser not only has to play on the road, but they lose a chance of the bye. And that home game will go to whoever wins this game. Seahawks have been on fire all year. Even Sam Darnold looking like stop doubting me most of the time. But then you have the Niners, who have that offense that's clicking, but the defense and the team really that's injured. How do you feel about Seahawks versus Niners? Do you have any feel on it?
I like the Niners. I think as hard as the Seahawks are, I think the Niners are coming in there a little scrappy right now because they've had to piece that defense together. But I think those guys on the defense are super just like blue collar workers out there, going to work and getting things done. Whatever has to be done, they're getting it done. It might not be pretty, but they get the stops when they matter. And I think that counts. And depending on how he's feeling, they might get Fred Warner back for this game or for the playoffs. So he is on track to come back at least for the playoffs for sure. So we'll see how that works out for them. He hasn't been playing for a few months now, so it's not like he's going to come back onto the field and be full swing again because that's tough to do. Not that he's not that type of athlete, but it's tough for any even the top athletes in the game, which he is. But having him back could just ignite a spark in the team. Like, damn, we got Fred Warner back. Things like that happen. Just little things for a team to have a little bit more confidence that could spark for them. So, again, like you said, though, their offense is clicking right now. Jennings at the end of that game the other night had a touchdown. Things like that, and that's the weapons they have. He was quiet the whole game, ended up getting a touchdown at the end of the game, which I think helped him win the game. McCaffrey, of course, still one of the best running backs in the game, if not the best running back in the game. You're hoping that maybe Ayuk is I don't know. But then they have Ricky Parasol and still one of the better tight ends than George Kittle. So they got a lot of weapons on that offense, not to mention the younger guys like Jordan Watkins on the bench over there at running back. And so I like them. I like Brock Purdy's a winner, man. I don't care what people say. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I can see that. Brock Purdy also 51 points in the championship.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what a winner. That's a
exactly.
a fantasy winner. He's going to get a definite urban legend boost.
Yeah. Can't count him
from this 50 points in a championship game.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Bruh. Yeah, I could see the Seattle Seahawks taking this one. Just the defense. Sure. I think defense is going to be huge. I think the Seahawks run a more nickel defense, so Niners are going to want to run against it. Is Kittle going to be able to stand there and block CMC? he's going to play 17 games this season. How's that wear and tear going? And CMC, are you going to be able to control him? He's freaking one
Sure.
of the leading catchers in the league, not
Yes.
overall, not just for running
Not just
backs.
as a running back there.
So interesting to see how the Seahawks plan to defend Christian McCaffrey, which is the straw that stirs the drink in San Francisco. But I could see, just looking overall at the teams, Seattle has a defense. San Francisco has a defense that is injured. If they could get Fred Warner back, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
That's obviously huge. And then you have the offenses that I feel like are a little closer than people might think. But definitely San Francisco's been hot. I want to see Mike McDonald shut it down, take Seattle to the number 1 seed, and send the Niners on the road in the playoffs. Because the NFC West, this game is going to decide the NFC West. The NFC West has 3 teams that are clinched up. The Seattle Seahawks, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Los Angeles Rams, and Puka Nacua. All right, the second of the games that matter in Week 18, Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay. Oh, by the way, Seattle Seahawks, that's a Saturday night game. Saturday, okay? That game is happening on Saturday. This is the Saturday afternoon game. Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winner gets into the playoffs, loser goes home. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been the NFC South champions for like 3 years. I didn't realize it. That's pretty crazy. It seems like the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton and weren't that far along ago. But the Buccaneers have been taken over. They had Tom Brady. They transferred over to Baker Mayfield. I still like the Panthers in this one, though.
I do.
I feel like even at Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers are pretty banged up, and I want Vita Vea to wreck it, do his thing in advance. But I can see the Panthers kind of cooling things in Tampa Bay. Teteroy McMillan, coming in, doing his thing, some crazy catches all last week, even the entire season for this rookie.
Yeah. He's a little banged up last week.
Yeah. But who do you got here? Panthers at Buccaneers.
I'm a Bryce Young fan, so I'm going.
Nice.
So, yeah, could be the last game Mike Evans plays. Last home game.
Wow.
So what a career! That's great. But also if he loses, I'll be happy to see him go. I'm not a Bucks fan. So yeah, I also do like the direction that the Panthers are trending in right now as a team. I'm rooting for Bryce Young. I thought like he had so much things to deal with last year, and then getting benched and then coming back and getting benched and playing better, just having to clear his head. So I like the Panthers. I really do.
All right. Yeah, winner takes the NFC South, which I think is the 4 seed. So you're probably going to get the loser of the Seahawks 49ers game traveling to you, to either the Carolina Panthers or Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, and the last game of Week 18 that really matters is another win and in game. The Baltimore Ravens are still alive and traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers versus Lamar Jackson's backup. Lamar Jackson missed last week. Also, another fantasy football tidbit: pay attention. Pay attention, even when you think you're not. You don't have to pay attention anymore. I could have got the first pick in Shane's league because we have like a compensation challenge.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's like, hey, you losers, whichever one of you wins in this, losers round bracket, you get the first round pick, and then we'll, scale back from there. I didn't know Lamar Jackson was out this week. I left him in because why else? Who else? I think I had Matthew Stafford, who would have been, or another quarterback, Jared Goff, somebody. No, that sounds wrong. I had another quarterback that basically would have won me the first overall pick. So even though it's late, I would say a lesson for next year is to pay attention all the way through. Man,
don't think about it.
Yeah, no. All right. So the Baltimore Ravens at Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't even know if Lamar Jackson is going to play. Aaron Rodgers is looking all mad. They lost to the Cleveland Browns. They could have clinched the AFC North last week, but they did stop Myles Garrett from getting the sack record. So, they just have to win this game against a banged up Ravens team that is like hopping along on one leg with a broken wing and a closed eye. Just trying to get to the postseason. Steelers just have to hammer down. Uh, is there any particular direction you're leaning for this Sunday night game versus with the Ravens versus Steelers?
Hey, I'm a Raiders fan. I'm hoping this game ends in a tie and none of them go, and the team behind them gets
Oh!
So, if you're a Ravens fan, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, forget you guys, man. No playoffs for you fools.
No playoffs. Well, that's going to be that's the end of it. That's week 18 games that matter. There is some seeding stuff. You got where some teams can jump ahead of others, but definitely it is the end of the NFL season, the NFL regular season that we're coming upon. Just some extra bonus games left over.
Man, let's get to the draft already, man.
Bro, that was so fast.
Bypass this playoff stuff, man.
Bro, come on. It's 4 more weeks. Four,
Can we do
more.
it like how they do in Madden and in NCAA and just sim the rest of the season?
He's trying to sim. I'm not in anymore. Who cares?
Who cares,
Five more weeks of football before we go back into the darkness.
Hey, look, man. The North Carolina Tar Heels are number 9 now, I think, in NCAA basketball. Caleb Wilson is just amazing. If you guys don't watch college basketball, if your football team's not making it, go watch the Tar Heels. It's amazing basketball. Oh, go watch. We'll talk about it after, but college basketball because NFL's done, guys. There's no need to.
What are you talking about? It's the best part. It's the NFL playoffs.
Whatever teams are left, bro, they suck.
Random TV.
Whatever teams left suck, bro. Don't even need to watch it.
Those guys that make it to the end and play in the playoffs, Gaia, they are the worst.
Hey, those guys. Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. We're not going to do this when the Raiders make the playoffs next year. We're not going to be like,
no, we're going to have fun because they're going to go to the Super Bowl. It's going to be the best Super Bowl ever. Tune into two LA teams that are going to be in the playoffs. Tune into either the Pittsburgh or the Ravens getting into Pittsburgh Steelers or the Ravens getting into the playoffs. Also, tune into the return of the Patriots to the playoffs. Interesting.
Bro, see, you got the story.
Not for me, for everybody else. I'm happy.
Right. No. Just
I'm happy the Chargers.
We're also. Oh, thank you. Yeah. We are also, general football fans aside from our, very intense specific fandom.
Right now, for me, all that matters is either we're gonna draft this guy.
Who's that?
We're gonna draft this guy. Okay, that's just declared. That's my guy Dante, and that is Mendoza. So either one of those guys is what we're looking at.
Come on, but there has to be an entire pen pal snail mail freaking train going straight to Spy Tech's office saying trade the pick.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right before we get off, this is what I want. If I was to trade, I would trade for Joe Burrow. I would trade for Joe Burrow, take their pick with Joe Burrow, give them the first pick, and so whatever else they want. You take Joe Burrow, and then with the first round pick that you get from them, you're gonna draft a lineman, preferably Fano, Lomu, or Mowing Wall. One of those as your, which are all projected first round picks. With the kid from Penn State. Oh my gosh, I forgot his last name. I don't watch a lot of Penn State football. I'm a Notre Dame fan. So, but the other Polynesian kid from Penn State. So all 4 of those guys are projected to go in the first 50 picks as tackles. Those are they're so that's what I would do. Joe Burrow, draft the tackle, and then let's go after a linebacker in like the second or third round. So,
Joe Burrow will be in the funnest city in America.
amen. With the cigar in his mouth. You know what I mean? Like after the LSU championship game, he's ready to do that after he wins the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. So, yeah,
Get Jamar. Hey,
that's
first
my
pick
that's what.
for Joe Burrow and Jamar.
That's my scenario, man.
No, that's
That's my
nice.
scenario. I'm not greedy. I'll take Joe Burrow if
Just
Jamar
Joe
comes
Burrow.
to. Yeah.
All right. Uh, appreciate you. This is a New Year's. It's a New Year's episode. Oh, happy,
Man, yeah.
uh,
Didn't dawn on me just till now.
happy 2026. Thank you to everybody for tuning in to end your 2025 or start your new year. Thanks for listening, as always. And yeah, let us know what you got on the dial for 2026. What is coming up for you? What do you want to achieve? And freaking how we can help you out with that. No, legit.
Hey, for sure.
We want to see people succeed. So definitely we
Wins all year long,
I
man.
kind of want to do I want to do like an episode or a segment, not even an episode, but just like content where we are working together to make our goals come true. But there's stuff that we can do for others. Like it's not just like, oh, nice, it's cool that you're on that path, uh, love and light and support, but also support, right? And being together to like
For
offer
sure.
whatever kind of help. So in that same vein, what we're doing, hit us up. DM, whether
Yeah.
on Ballinesian or you can email us, ballinesian@gmail.com. Let's get this year started off right. Anything you're looking forward to in 2026?
Like you just said, man. For me, it's kind of almost like a clean slate again.
Mm-hmm.
I moved back here to Puyallup to help my sisters take care of my parents. So that's new. In a year now, and I actually just started a new job a week ago. So literally a clean slate for me right now. And yeah, man, just trying to get stuff off, like just trying to do stuff that for the betterment of not just me in my life, but everybody else in my life. So, regular stuff a lot of people are doing, man. Just trying to make it better for everybody around them. That's what I'm trying to do. Start this business, man. If you guys see me, I collect cards, so I'm also trying to sell cards. So build on stuff like that. I'm not trying to be rich, man. Just trying to be comfortable. Tell everybody every day, man. So and I'm also the funny story, man. One of my cousins, he had moved from Samoa for a long time, and then finally when he got to like how old was he? A couple years ago, he's telling me, "Hey, man, how come none of you ever told me that when you say Happy New Year, new the W in new doesn't run into year. It's not Happy New Year." I was like, "What are you talking about here?"
What?
Ever since I moved from Samoa, I've been saying Happy New Year. Like the W runs straight into year, like it's one word. Newear. Happy
New
New Year.
Year.
I
New
was like,
Year.
oh, my bad.
I guess I say it like that too. It's like it's
Yeah.
one word. Happy New Year.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. But so he was saying Happy New Year. I was like, bro, don't ever tell that story again. But anyway.
Yeah, New Year. I'm using it for the
Anyway,
pod
man.
though.
Yeah. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody, man. Like I said, if there's anything we can help you with, let us know. We'd love to try to help you with anything you're trying to do in the new year, whether it be content creating, just
Bro.
getting like starting a podcast, or if you needed us to come out and whatever. Like, yeah, yo, if you just need someone to talk to, man, call your mom. But we're here too. Just kidding, man. Yo, honestly, if you guys need anything, let us know. Let us know.
Nice. I like that. I like that. Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah,
not only a listening, you don't have to just listen. You can also
yeah,
is that
yeah,
weird?
man.
Yeah, 2026. Uh Here we come. We are here. Thank you
You feel me?
for having us and appreciate you guys listening. Whether it's on, Polytickin Network on YouTube. Thanks for tapping in on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Also check out the Patreon.
Yep.
Um, Any other shout outs?
Yeah, man, go order stuff from Nevasa. Look on, we got guys everywhere. The living room, um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the living room with Pete Tololo. Who we got? We got guys, the tattoo artists that were connected to with Josh A1 Tatao, Athlete is in Teeny Needles, everybody, man, all these guys, the content creators from Marcus to Sepa to everybody doing something, just trying to be better, something different, something out of the norm. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, doing their
Crazy, man.
thing.
Yeah, doing their thing, man. And shout out to all everybody. Just if you're in a small town, small island, anywhere else, if you're about to embark on a journey from leaving, because I know a lot of kids are graduating college in American Samoa right now. Blessed be your journey. Go out, find the things that you love, do the things that you love. Don't care what people say, because if it makes you happy, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to make everybody else happy. As long as it's making you happy, then you're not hurting nobody. You know, do what you do, especially if you guys that are graduating from ACC right now, leaving the island. Yeah, as cliche as it is, spread your wings, man. Fly somewhere, go find new things,
Hey,
find new
now
people.
spin a globe and
Hey,
stop it.
I'm telling
Go
you,
there.
on the picture, go there. It's gonna be cool. In the sports world, shout out to Roman Chilepo, the young man who left his NBL contract in New Zealand to try to make his way into the NBA, who's playing at Pittsburgh, is just amazing right now at Pittsburgh. He dropped 28 points the other night. I think he had like 3 blocks. Just a menace out there for the Pitt Panthers. So cool to see, man, because he was making money out there in the NBL. He was playing ball. He's one of the better players out there in Australia and New Zealand. His name's been all around in the South Pacific for basketball.
Mhm.
So cool to see him out at Pitt. Again, a kid from out there in the South Pacific take his journey. I'm sure we're gonna go, well, he's from New Zealand, Australia. Still, his dream is to play in the NBA. So he took it upon himself to take that route to go to college. Now he's at Pitt, enrolled, and making people turn heads out there on the court, man. The kid's a monster, man. Can't say enough of him. So cool to see, man. Shout out to that guy. Uh, yeah, man. That's my shout out, man.
Nice. Uh, man, this past week I went to a funeral service uh
Yeah.
for the Usopena. Uh Rupena Lua Pizza Fanua. And man, this guy basically trained us downtown, but he was the heart of like our security company. And he passed away recently, which was crazy. Young, right? Not
Yeah.
expected. So,
Life is crazy,
um,
man.
for sure. Uh, this past week, got to see uh, a bunch of the guys from downtown Portland, um, and they're just putting everything together for uh, Pena service. But yeah, good to see like the Top Flight fam, Timo,
Shout out
everybody.
George, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw George at the viewing. That was crazy. Oh, I gotta text George. Uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but to see a bunch of people that you haven't seen in years is one of those things that a funeral or one of these events is one of those things that brings people back together. Uh, but also remembering somebody, just want to say rest in love to the Usopena. Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Love to his family, man.
for sure. And yeah, it was good to see them there too. Shout out to Sela. Man, I went there for not only out of respect, out of like one of the most solid dudes uh, that I've known, but also for the
Yeah,
one of the closest guys to him and to us when we were doing security. His
For sure.
Uso Sila. So, man, I gotta like commit to checking in more and like really not only thinking about other people, but like kind of reaching out.
Yeah,
Um, I think that's another thing that's probably common in funerals is to be like, oh, I should have hung out, I should have called,
for sure.
and like done stuff like that more. So,
Yeah.
a reminder to those listening in, if you are, reach out to those while you can, while we all can, and uh, I guess hang out more. So
Hey, man. Love your people, man. Love your people.
yeah, and you say that, yeah, you say it all the time. That's another kind of reminder to reach out. And life is always going to be short. This seems super short, but life is always going to be too short. So to make the moments count and to reach out to those people, especially in these times of holidays, it might be a little easier to be like, hey, just thinking about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
New Year and reaching out. So um hoping people can be helped out from that. And bro, this is the coolest dude. Um, and he kind of, yeah, a lot of our crowd looked up to him, and he also took care of us and made sure we were okay, and was always checking out for us. But he was that age gap that was like between the OGs and the
Yeah,
foot
yeah, yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But he was like definitely part of the OGs,
Yeah.
but young enough that he was like still
Still
able to
check in with
talk.
everybody. Yeah.
You're still able to talk to like the younger guys. So
That's
having
cool.
that bridge to management, so to speak,
Yep.
from a job perspective, but also that, you know, that built-in big brother who made sure to check in on everybody and take care of everybody. Um, yeah, that definitely sucks to lose. But also checking on your people, love your people, say what
Love
you
your
got to
people, man.
say, make sure they know, let's get together. Yeah, and love and light to everybody listening, and appreciate everybody for listening, and thank you guys for tapping in to start 2026. Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So again, let us know what you want us to talk about. DM us, Ballinesian at gmail.com. Look up Forest, Village Kids Media. You want people to
Yes,
send
sir.
you anything to Village Kids Media, like
Hey,
photography
man.
or just
Yeah,
like
man. You guys need anything done,
Rex?
man? Like I said, for the holidays, I know if you guys ever need pictures done on a budget, man. Not that my work is on budget work. I do good work,
It's like,
guys.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm always trying to help people out, man. Because I mean, photographers they demand money for quality work. So, but I'm always willing to help everybody who doesn't have that type of money for good work. So if you guys do need help with anything, let me know, and I'm always willing to work with you guys. So yes, sir.
Amen. There you go. Sports, photography, network needs, clothing. We got it all here.
Sure. You got it
Uh,
all, man. That's
and
what
we'll
the network is about.
continue bringing that to you guys forward in 2026. Until the next episode, stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay balling, love and light. Peace.
Go NFL draft.